Hey everybody, long time no see as far as creating some resin and different things. I have posted some fast speed videos of just me doing some acrylic paintings. Just very recently I had surgery. I posted a video about that if you want to go find it, and talked about that surgery, and I've been recovering for almost 6 weeks. Just laid low, haven't done any art really, so I'm ready to kind of get back in the game here. So today I'm using Counterculture products, and I ordered, well, they shipped this to me with an order of mine. They're a very generous company, and they usually throw something in for free every so often. This is the Resin neon set of alcohol inks, yellow, orange, pink, green, purple, and blue, and I'm going to use these today. I'm going to put also white into some Armor Art white pigment paste, and I'm going to do kind of a two-tone variation in each coaster, I think. That's what I envision it, how it's going to play out, but I'm not real sure. Sometimes things don't pan out the way you think they are. These are 4 little silicone molds that I got from somewhere. I order so much stuff that I can't really tell you where I got it, but I'll try to find it and place it in the link. And I'm mixing about 12 ounces of resin up, which is probably more than I need. And don't ask me why I thought I needed 12. And I can tell right now that this is too much resin for this cup I'm putting the resin into. So I'm going to switch to a bigger cup. You always want exact amounts of A and B, equal parts. If this happens to be the first resin video that you come upon on my channel. There's a resin playlist, an alcohol inks playlist, lots of deco art paintings, and all kinds of other stuff. The last set of little paintings I did on the gold background were all golden acrylics. So I do B and then A. B is thinner, it goes in, and then you put the thicker into it and it mixes better that way. You have less issues with it not curing properly or whatever. So always equal amounts. A and B, B first and then A. I'm using medium viscosity, which is the green and yellow label. My all-time favorite for sure. I am in a ventilated room. Window is partially open, fan is going. I'll have my mask on while I'm mixing and so forth. Baby wipes, 99% alcohol. Good to have around. I've got a piping bag and a cup ready for my white. I did put a little bit of a sparkle white, which does not change your color, it just gives your resin a little bit of sparkle, and I'm going to use straight neon alcohol ink in the resin, but I do want just a little bit of sparkle because I just am a sparkle girl. I'm going to start my timer, put my mask on, get busy mixing. I'm going to start my stopwatch because I want to keep an eye on the time since I'm putting the white into the color. That's important. So I'm going to let this sit for a few. This is just a holographic glitter. You almost want it to be like a paste. You don't want it like real super wet. That way it kind of holds it together. So the first thing for my white, I'm going to put maybe an ounce, a little over an ounce, and for the white. And it has some of the sparkle white in it, which is just going to give it shimmer. Doesn't make it white. So I'm going to use Armor Art white Just gave it a good squeeze. I want it, I don't want it really transparent. I could have gone a little bit more transparent, but then I'm going to put several drops of the alcohol ink in. I did 6 just for the fun of it. For some reason I just like to do the pigment and alcohol ink and my white when I'm doing this technique. You can look through it and see, you know, if it's transparent or not, but like I said, I made this pretty opaque. It's not that transparent. So if you dribbled anything, I just take alcohol. Plus it evaporates and it dries really fast. You don't want anything wet in your mold. It's going to have moisture, and the alcohol, you can spray your molds with alcohol before you, if you want to, which is not a bad idea. I always forget to. Try 6 drops to see. Okay, I'm going to start pouring. That one went together all together. So it looks one way in the cup and then a different way when it comes out. It's very pale. I didn't plan this right. So I'm just kind of winging it from here. I add this to my cup and the piping bag. It's starting to warm up. I've got this little bit of holographic stuff that I'm going to put right in the middle. Sometimes your visions just don't, you kind of think about it in the wrong way. I haven't done any resin in 5 or 6 weeks, and you kind of lose your touch just a little bit when you take a break. I wasn't thinking. I'm going to push that down just so it's not on the surface. Counterculture had a challenge that they wanted you to do something with neon, so this was my challenge that I thought would be fun. I'm also gonna spritz, and then I'm gonna get piping. It's warm but not super warm. I might just wait another minute. I may have waited too long on this one. I didn't have enough for the other molds. Okay, so now I'm going to heat just a little bit. It's moving in, so it may work. I'll check it back in about 4 hours and see the progress. I'll be back. Okay, it's been 7 or 8 hours, and I'm eager to see what they look like. So the thing with neon alcohol ink is it's going to be pale, so they're not strong neons. And I did wait a little bit too long on the white, so it moved some, but it didn't bloom like super well. Also, these were pretty deep. They're over 1/4 of an inch to 1/3 of an inch deep, and sometimes the effect works best when you're a little bit more shallow and then you put a second layer on to finish it out on the back. But anyway, I'm going to put it on a white background so you can see the full effect. And I can tell you right now, this one is my favorite color combination when typically that would not be. So my mold, these are brand new, has a scrape or something. It's got an irregularity right there, so it left a little indentation. So I may have to top coat these just to kind of cover that up. This one kind of shifted, so we'll do it next. You know, adding the sparkle white, it didn't really affect the color. The mica did not affect the color. It's just that it's alcohol inks, and they're just usually going to tint your resin. This mold, these are not expensive molds. So there's that one. Kind of looks like a lotus in a way. So those kind of feel like each other a little bit. For some reason I was thinking I was doing 6 coasters, and I had the 6 colors, and I was going to have 6 color combinations, and it just so didn't work out that way. So there's that one. And we'll save this one for last because it was the one I liked the best color-wise. It just looks pretty from the back. You know, I'm a little rusty, so, and there's that one. So it's actually prettier on this side. I think they all look a little bit better on this side as opposed to the other side. So there are my neon inspired coasters. I would not typically pick neons. I use bright colors in my paintings, but for resin, I would not typically pick neons. So, again, this one is definitely by far my favorite. It looks prettiest against the white. But you can see the bright colors when you kind of get it up close. So, I hope you learned something in this video. I had some spectrum dye, which is by, you get it at Counterculture, and it's tint that you can put in it, and it had a couple of neons, or like it had bright pink and bright yellow. It didn't have a neon green or blue, and so I didn't want to totally adjust the colors and then take away the neon effect. So I didn't put it in, even though I thought about putting it in, and that would have made the color more powerful. But I wanted to do true alcohol inks in the neons and just leave it at that. So also I now have a little feature at the bottom of my video. It's a little heart with a little $sign, and that's a thank you button, and if you click on it you can give me a little tip, say for a cup of coffee. Even though I don't drink coffee, I'll take a glass of tea, or you know, there's different amounts that you can tip if you'd like. So if you would, please leave a tip if you'd like. That would be wonderful to go towards making more videos. Heather Mater and I started a Facebook auction group, Art Healing Hearts Auctions. We've got one coming up June 24th to 28th. There's 11 other artists besides me that will be featured, and we've got everything from handbags to painted rocks, watercolor, alcohol ink, beautiful art. So I hope you will come over and join us and support us. I wanted to show you I've got 5 pieces that I'll be putting in the auction. This piece is an 8x10. It's got a metallic gold background, and it's my interpretation of red geraniums with a beautiful exotic butterfly. It's a regular canvas, gold on the edges. You don't have to frame it, but you can. And this will be in the auction. My auction day is Monday the 27th at noon Eastern Standard Time. Here is a kingfisher on metallic gold. So this is a hardcover sketch journal, or just a regular journal where you want to write or draw or doodle or whatever. It's 120 pages, I think, and hardback, and I painted it and sealed it, kingfisher on gold, and this is 6 by 8 inches. That's a journal. I have another one that is a black-throated warbler on gold, again metallic gold, hardcover, 6 by 8, 120 pages, sketch or journaling. And then I have 2 watercolor journals. This one is a linen, so it's linen fabric. It's got the little band, and it's Be Creative, and it is a bumblebee painted on metallic gold with a little bit of a honeycomb pattern here and there. And this is watercolor paper. It has a little pouch in the back to put things in, and it is a watercolor journal. Again, you could paint, draw, doodle, journal. And then my last one, and this one is so pretty too, and it was interesting the way this kind of finished out, but this is a Italian kind of vinyl or leather one. It has the little band that goes around it, and I painted this metallic butterfly with this bold magenta flower. And the funny thing is the background gold crackled, and it's sealed with a varnish, so it's protected, but it has a really unique kind of crackled effect, and I don't know if you can see it right there in the gold area. And it's not really crackled on the painted part, but on the background. And then this one, I think the bee was about 60 pages. This one I think is 48 pages. Watercolor journal, and it has a little pocket, so, and a place to hold your paintbrush or pen. Isn't that cool? So this is another journal, and it's 6 by 8 inches. So these 5 items, I wanted to go with a theme this time. I wanted to go with gold. I've been in this mode of I want to kind of honor the beauty and the amazing love of God or your higher power, and the boldness of gold, which is a richness and a luxurious royalty. And we are all blessed children of God, and I'm going to start doing more art with gold in it. I just really want to express that through my artwork. You're going to still see me doing resin videos, maybe an occasional acrylic pour, but I'm really going to be focusing more on art, my acrylic painting, which is where my general background is from of 25 years. I'm self-taught, and I just kind of want to go back and I want to do paintings that have meaning and that speak to people in a certain way. I want to bless people's lives with my art and make a difference. And so thus, just these were just more about nature, and there's other paintings I want to do that just have more meaning than this, but this is just to start it off. This will be at Art Healing Hearts Auctions on Facebook. My auction day, 27th of June, starting at noon Eastern Standard Time. It will be a 24-hour period, and we have 11 other fabulous artists from the 24th on to the 27th. Please come join us. I'll have the links below the video. Make sure to check it out. I'll see you there. I hope. Talk to you later. Love you all. Bye-bye.